Hi students, welcome back to the session on Python programming. In our previous class, we have discussed about how calculations are performed, and we have gone through several things about operator precedence and associativity. Also, we have seen a few examples to understand how these precedence and associativity are applied while performing calculations in Python language. Okay, and we'll continue the topic with this remaining data output using print function. We already discussed about this data output using print function as a basic concept in our earlier class, and there is more to learn about this data output. So we'll continue the topic of this data output today with the help of print function again. Okay, we'll also go through a few examples to understand the print function with more control while executing Python programs. Right. So let us see how it can be done. So this already we have discussed. We'll start here. So we already learned this data output using the print function, the basic ways of using print function earlier, and also we have seen that format function, dot format method, to display the outputs using indexes of the corresponding objects. Okay, so now let us go through some interesting things that we can perform with this print function, and let us understand the exact way of using the print function today. Okay, so let us start with the basic operation, that is suppressing the print function's ending new line. Generally, when you write print functions in your Python language like this, print of 1, print of 2, print of 3, if you write something like this, automatically at the end of printing this, a new line character is used by your print function by default, so that the control automatically goes to the next line after printing the first string that is given here. That is, 1 will be displayed, and the control with this slash n goes to the next line automatically, where it displays the second string, that is 2. Okay, so 2 will be displayed into the second line, and after printing this, with the help of that slash n invisible here, the control moves to the third line, and then because print statement is used here, it displays 3 here. Okay, so the default end used by your print function is slash n, that you need to understand first. Okay, so let me show you how it is done by using the IDLE. Okay, I'll open IDLE now. I'll go with a new file. I'm opening a new file. Use the 3 print statements. 1, second one is 2, then the third one. Let's save this. Save it on desktop. I'll give the name as it is already there. So I'll give 3.py. Okay, it is saved. Now let us run this program by using this run option, run module. F5. You can see it here. Okay, the output produced is, see, print 1. After printing this one, the control automatically goes to the second line, because slash n is taken by your print statement by default. So slash n means that move the control to the next line. Therefore, it comes over here, and then this second print statement is displayed. That is 2. 2 gets displayed, And at the end, again a slash n is used here as a ending line. And using this slash n, the control comes over here. Slash n means that move to the next line. The control is transferred to the next line. And because one more print statement is there, okay, 3 gets displayed here. And then using slash n, it moves to the next line. But because there are no more print statements, it is not shown here. Okay. So what you need to understand with this example is, after printing a string, by default, the print statement moves to the next line. Okay, I hope you understood it now. Right? Now, I just want to suppress this new line character. Okay, for example, I want to display all these 1, 2, 3 separated by spaces. Okay, so that is what our topic is, suppressing the new line character used by this print statement. For that, what you need to do is, you need to use this end is equals to. So I'm using an empty double quotes here. End is equals to empty double quotes. Here also I will use that end is equals to empty double quotes. And because the third statement does not use any uh, for follow-up print statement, it does not matter whether you write end is equals to or not here. So let us run this now. Run module. Now see, 1, 2, 3 are printed in the same line. 1, 2, 3 without even any spaces. Okay. For example, if you want to get spaces, give a space here. I did not give any space earlier. So now I am giving a space here. Okay. Now let us save this program and run it again to see the output. Now see, there is a space given. Okay. So here you can suppress that default slash n. If you do not mention anything here, end is equal to slash n will be taken by the print function. Okay, so you can suppress it with any other escape sequence. Okay, for example, if you give a slash t in place of this space, then a tab space will be used to print these messages. Now let me show you what will happen. Now you can see, after printing 1, because I have given it end is equal to slash t, it is using a tab space to separate the next print output. Okay, so tab space is used here. So like that, you can use any valid escape sequence. I will explain how many types of escape sequences are there in Python a little while. Okay, so this is what suppressing the output, suppressing the print functions, ending new line. Okay, so I have shown this with an example. By default, what you need to remember is, by default, it uses a new line character. Okay, now let us move on to the next topic. This is about the escape sequences or escape characters used in Python. Escape character is a special character that is preceded with a backslash. Remember this definition. Escape character is nothing but a special symbol which looks like this, a backslash followed by some escape character. These are the examples of escape characters. Slash n is an escape character that represents the new line character, which causes the control to move to the next line. Similarly, slash t is a escape character that causes a tab space while printing the outputs. Similarly, if you want to display some special symbols, something like this, because single quotes are already part of your print statement, double quotes are already part of your print statement, and a slash is already part of escape character. If you want to print these special characters directly by your print statement, you have to write like this. Slash single quote will print a single quote if you want to print single quote as part of your output. Similarly, slash double quotes can print double quotes as part of your output. Slash slash will print a backslash character into your output. Okay. So for example, I'm showing a print statement here, print of 1 slash and 2 slash and 3. In a single print statement, I'm using 2 slash and escape sequences. This will print 3 messages separated by new line characters. 1, because a slash n is here, a new line will be displayed, and 2, a new line will be displayed, and then 3. It shows the output like this. Okay, so that is the usage of escape characters. And you need to understand how these backslash double quote and backslash single quote are used. Look at this example. Print of a message is used here. Your assignment is to read slash double quote Hamlet slash double quote. So whenever you use slash double quote, this will print. Okay, this slash double quote will print double quotes as part of your output. Okay. Similarly, this slash double quote will print double quote as part of your output. And even you can use that slash single quote to print single quote as part of your output. Okay. So if you want to display the special characters like this, you can use escape sequences as I explained. Okay. Let us see the example outputs with the help of IDLE again. To understand it more clearly, I'll show you with the help of this IDLE. Let me show you how the escape sequences can be used in a print statement. This. So you can expect the output of this because 2 slash and escape sequences are used inside the print statement. What will happen is it displays 1 and slash n takes the control to the next line, then displays this. Again, slash n takes it to the next line, then 3 is displayed. So 1, 2, 3 will be displayed in 3 different lines. Okay, you need to save it first. Okay, it is saved. And you can see it here. The output is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Even though I wrote it in a single print statement, they're displaying it okay, into 3 lines. So this is the first thing you need to understand. Suppose I want to display double quotes as part of the output because print is using double quotes already. If you write something like my name is something like this, if you write can you guess the output of this? So I just wanted to display this message. Therefore, I put it inside a pair of double quotes and I want to display the double quotes as part of the message also. Let us see what will happen if I try to run this. Okay. See what it is saying. It is saying that invalid in syntax. Why? The reason is you should not use double quotes directly. If you use double quotes, it means that this is a pair. My name is a pair that is this is starting of the string and this is ending of the string, and this is going to be an invalid name without a valid concatenation operation here, and this is a string. So the problem is with this name here. Okay, so what is to be done now? My intention is I just want to display this message my name is followed by name in double quotes, Satya in double quotes, followed by a this exclamation symbol. Okay, but it is wrong according to the syntax of Python. Then what to do is use a backslash symbol to display the double quotes as part of your output. Whenever you want to display a double quote, just use it with a backslash symbol. Okay, so my name is, because you want to display double quotes here, use backslash double quotes followed by Satya, and then backslash double quotes again, followed by dot. Now let us run this program. Now you can see the output. See, it is displaying double quotes as part of your output now. Okay, so because we can use print statement with single quotes also, right? So the same print statement can be used with single quotes also. I'll use the same example by replacing the double quotes with single quotes. Because either single quotes or double quotes, both will represent strings, valid strings in Python. Therefore, either you can write a print statement like this or using double quotes also. So let us see what will be the output of this program. See, it is displaying the name in single quotes now. Okay, so now I hope you understood it, how to use this backslash symbol as part of your print statement to display special characters into your output. Okay, so that is the escape sequences. Okay, and the next topic is we can display the multiple items with the concatenation operator. So look at this plus symbol. Plus symbol, we know that it is used for performing addition operation, but when it is applied on strings, it performs concatenation operation. So plus symbol can also perform another operation on strings, that is concatenation. When it is applied on numbers, it performs addition operation. When it is applied on strings, it performs concatenation operation. Okay, now let us understand what is meant by the string concatenation and how it works with print statement. So look at this example, print of this is one string. Actually, there are two strings. The first string is this is, and the second string is one string. Okay, so this is second string, and I'm using a plus here to concatenate both into a single string. Now this should display this message. This is one string. Why? Plus is a concatenation operation, and when it is applied on two strings, it concatenates the two strings into a single string. Okay, so the first string is appended with the second string, producing a single string. This is one string here. So it displays the message. This is one string. It's a simple operation, the concatenation operation used with the strings. Okay, so there is nothing much to discuss about it. And the next thing is formatting the numbers. From here onwards, you need to focus more because print function is more carefully used while formatting the numbers. Okay, because if you want to produce effective outputs that can attract the users, you need to use the print function with the proper formatting options. Okay, so we'll discuss about these formatting options now that can be used with the print function, particularly when you want to display the float numbers, floating point numbers. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember about floating point numbers while displaying is it occupies 12 significant digits. Okay, after that decimal point. This is a sample example how floating point number is displayed with no formatting option applied on it. Okay, so what is happening here? I am displaying the monthly payment using the print function, which is calculated as amount due by 12. Okay, amount due assuming that it is 5,000 and monthly payment is going to be amount due by 12. It is divided into 12 months. Total amount is 5,000, dividing it by 12, which means monthly payment is calculated. And the message is the monthly payment is I am displaying the value. So if you look at the output of this program, the monthly payment is 416.66666 and so on it is showing. So this is unformatted floating point number that takes as many uh, floating point digits after that decimal point. So if you observe, a total of 12 digit precision is 12 digit floating point number is displayed over here. Okay. So what if I want to display only 2 digits after decimal point? And what if I want to align this particular number towards right, extreme right? And what if I want to mention the size of this number to be displayed? Okay. So these are all the things that we need to understand now. Okay. So let us understand by executing this program first, and then we will modify the things, format the floating point numbers as and when we discuss a particular point about it. Okay. Now let us copy this particular program to run it with our IDLE and see the output. And then we will compare this output with the formatting options later. Okay. So I have saved this program. Let us run it using run module. You can see it here. The monthly payment is, it is showing these many 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is showing actually 13 significant digits, I think, right? See it here. How many? 4, 4 plus 5. 13 significant digits after decimal point. Okay. So we can control this number of digits to be displayed after decimal point with the help of formatting options. Let us see how it can be done now. Okay. So with this basic example, we'll try to modify the formatting options now. Listen carefully. Okay. So the first thing is, suppose I want to use this second option with the help of this format function. I can use this format function in print function again. So print of format of, suppose this is my number I wanted to display, 12345.6789, and look at this second option. The second option specifies uh, the format to be applied on the corresponding number, that is this number, and this specifies how this number has to be displayed. Okay. So if you specify it like dot 2f, it says that I want to use 2 digit precision after decimal point. Therefore, what will happen is you have 4 digits after this dot symbol. This will be rounded to a 2 digit number, that is 6789 will be rounded to a 2 digit number as 68. 789 is rounded to 8. I think you know what is a rounding value. If it is greater than 5, it rounds to 6. Because it is 7, 8, it rounds to the number 8. Okay. So you expect it as 2 digit number, but 0.2 means that it is uh, display this number with 2 digit precision after dot. Okay. So 4 digits are now suppressed to only 2 digit number. Similarly, if you specify it as 0.1f, it means that you want to display this number, okay, with only 1 digit precision. Therefore, 6789 will be rounded off to 0.7. Okay, 0.6789 is rounded to 0.7. You need to observe one thing here. There is no change in the integer part. Integer part will not be changed here. Only the decimal part is rounded to its nearest number. Okay. So this is the first thing you need to understand with this formatting options. Okay. Now let us see with our example. What is our example that we considered earlier? It is this example. While displaying the monthly payment is, I'm using monthly payment directly here. Now let us format it by using the format function here. Okay. So how do you apply this? Format of number to be displayed. It is monthly payment, comma, what is the formatting option you want to apply. So I'm using 0.2f here. The formatting option is 0.2f. Okay. Now let us run this after saving. So earlier you saw the output. It is displaying the entire output. Okay. So this is the output produced earlier. 416.13 digit precision is used. Now you can see it is rounded off to 2 digits only. Okay. So the first digit is taken as it is, and all the remaining digits, because it is greater than 5, it is rounded off to the next highest number. 666 is rounded off to 7. So only 2 digit precision is used here. Okay. Why it is 2 digit precision? Because I have used it as 0.2f. This 2 represent the 2 digit precision. For example, if I use 3f here, then I'm expecting a 3 digit precision over here. Okay. Okay. Now see, it is displaying a 3 digit precision after decimal point, dot 667. Right. Similarly, you can use the single digit precision as shown in that example. If you want a single digit precision, you can use 0.1f. Okay. Save it and run it to see the output. It produces only 1 digit precision here. You see, it is producing 1 digit precision. There is no difference in the integer part. The difference is only in decimal part. Okay. And now you can apply some formatting options on integer part also. Okay. Suppose if I mention a comma here, let us see what will happen. Because it is a 3 digit number, there is no change in it. 416.7. Okay. Suppose I will change that basic value to some bigger value, 55 lakhs I'm leaving. Save it and run it. Now you can see it. The actual output is 41,666.7. Now from right to left, 3 digit numbers are separated by commas. Okay, so 666 and a comma is used here, and then remaining 2 digits. Okay, so if you take bigger numbers, every 3 digits are separated by a comma. So that is what I mentioned. While displaying the number, I mentioned it as use a comma for every 3 digits grouped together from left to right. Sorry, right to left. So this specifies, this comma specifies like that. Okay. Right. So this is about the format option used with the print function. Okay, let us continue the topic. And the next thing is how to print the floating point numbers in scientific notation. That means in exponential format. So we know that floating point numbers can be displayed in scientific notation also, which looks like this: e plus 0.04, which means that 1.234568 into 10 to the power of 4. That is the meaning. Okay, so you can display the numbers using this format also, right? The thing you need to do is specify the number, comma, use that second argument as e. Either you can use a small letter e or a capital letter e also. Okay. Instead of floating point notation, the examples that we have discussed till now is using floating point notations. That is mentioning it as 0.2f. In place of f, if you use e, okay. See this example. In place of f, if I use e, it means you want to display it in exponential notation, which looks like this. It uses a symbol e and displays this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 0.6789 as a scientific notation or exponential notation, which is written like this: 1.23 into 10 to the power of 4. Okay, it is showing. So it is rounded off to like this. And because there are 4 digits after 1.23, Okay, it displays like this. So this is how we can specify the scientific notations. So you need to understand the scientific notation displays also very clearly. Let me show you with this IDLE again, because the number of digits after decimal point impacts the value that is to be displayed here. Okay. Suppose I just want to use without any comma here, and without any number of precisions. So instead of using F, I will use E to display the number in exponential notation, that is in scientific notation. Okay, let us see the output now, how it is displayed. Okay, what is it? Monthly payment, comma, E. Okay. So it should be given in single quotes, right? Right. So if you use dot symbol, you should mention the corresponding number of precisions to be used also. Okay. Now let us run this program. Run module. It is displaying the entire number, that is 41,666.7 is the number. It is showing 4 point rounded to 4.16667 into 10 to the power of 4. E plus 04 means that it is into 10 to the power of 4. You can control the number of digits to be displayed after this decimal point also by using the number of precision digits using point notation. Okay, so now I will use, suppose I will use 0.2e, which means I want to use 2 digits after that decimal point. Okay, now if you run this program, what will happen is, see, instead of displaying all the digits after decimal point, it is using only 2 digits rounded. Okay, so 1.16667 is rounded to 17 now. Again, it is going to be e to the power of plus 04 again. Okay, so this is what you need to understand clearly. You can control the number of precision digits after this decimal point also, even if you display it in scientific notation. Okay, right. So this is about the scientific notation. And then the next thing is inserting comma separators that I have already shown how to use these comma separators. I have explained it in the example also. You can see it here. Every 3 digits from right to left are grouped together and a comma is inserted there. So if the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then you can see every 3 digits are separated with the comma. It's a number, but displayed as comma separated. A bigger number can be displayed with comma separated. Every 3 bits are grouped. And the division is from right to left, that you need to remember. Okay. Okay. Now, so another important thing that you should understand is how to specify this minimum field width. What is meant by this minimum field width? Field width specifies the number of spaces that should be used while displaying a particular value with the print function. Okay, so look at this example. The print function is using a message. The number is format of, this is the number I want to display, 12345.6789. Okay, and I'm mentioning it as 12.2f. That means that the total number of spaces that should be, that is the number has to be displayed with 12 occupied spaces. And then 0.2 means that 0.2f means that display it in floating point notation by considering only 2 digits after decimal point. Okay, so this is about the minimum field width. Okay, and now when you run this, because 12.2f specifies that the field width has to be the total number of spaces to be occupied is to be 12. So even though it occupies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces, remaining 4 spaces will be inserted here, okay, as a blank space. To understand this, let us run this program with our IDLE, okay. Let me show the output so that you will get some clarity about this particular example. Copying it. See how it is getting displayed. The number is 12345.68, okay, and the remaining, because you mentioned it as 12 spaces overall, 12 places overall, the remaining places are taken as spaces here. Spaces are inserted. I'll show you how it will be displayed if I remove this 12. Okay, you know how it gets displayed. Now you can compare the outputs and you can understand the difference. See what is displayed here. There are no spaces inserted here, but here you can see the spaces if you specify it as 12. Okay, that means overall the number of places to be occupied by the number can be mentioned as part of your print function. Okay, so if you mention it as 12, the total number of places occupied by this number is 12. If the number of places is less than the specified this number, then remaining will be inserted as blank spaces before this number. Okay, so now suppose I would like to give it as 15. Now let us see what happened from this program to see the output. You can see how many spaces are displayed here. How many? It is 7 spaces. 7 spaces are displayed, where it is 4 spaces displayed here. When I used 12 over there, 12.2f, now it is it is 7 spaces are used here. Okay, so like that, width can be controlled. The number of spaces to be displayed can be controlled with this with the setting options. Now, where exactly we use this? To understand it, let us see this example. When you have number of values to be displayed, number of floating values to be displayed in your program, and all of them to be aligned properly uh, while displaying the corresponding output. Okay, so if you do not use any formatting options, then the output looks a little clumsy when you run the program. I'll show you what will happen when you run the program without using this 7-digit spaces here and removing this 7 here. Okay, okay, I removed it. Now let us run it to see the output. See how it is displaying. The numbers are zigzag. They are not aligned properly. So user may not be able to see the outputs with a clear picture. There is no clarity in these numbers because they are not aligned properly. Okay, it gives a little confusion to the user, and it is not effective also. Okay, so while displaying, if you can align them properly either towards right or left, because this is a left alignment, that will not show the user in an effective manner, right? So I'll change this program with some width specifying over here. Suppose I would like to show the numbers with 15 spaces. Okay, so 15, mentioning it as 15 in every way so that they are aligned towards right, and the decimal positions, the decimal number are properly aligned. Okay, this will give a clear view on the numbers that gets displayed to the user. Now see what is happening here. All these numbers are aligned properly. Okay, look at it. The last digits are aligned properly like this. So user can easily understand that there are 2-digit precision used, and they can easily understand these numbers very clearly. Okay, and also because the number of spaces used as 15, uh, the remaining positions are filled with blank spaces here. Okay, so overall, if you count the number of places occupied by each of these numbers, it counts to 15 because we used it in program as 15. Okay, it is 15. You can count it here, right? So this is how we can use width specifications while displaying the numbers in your Python programs. Okay, so you can change the values over here. Then you can check the output. Please practice these programs as uh, with your ideally in your computer. Okay, change the numbers and try to display the numbers using some other formatting options. Okay, practice it. Yes. Okay, so this is what I want to explain with the print function. So what we discussed today is we started with a simple introduction to the print functions suppression of new line character at the end of print option. Okay, so we started with this, which is done with the help of end is equal to parameter of print function. And then we discussed about escape characters used with print function, /n/t, and displaying special characters like single quotes, double quotes, and backslash character as part of your output. Okay. Then we have seen several examples of how these special characters can be displayed as part of the output with our IDLE. Okay. And next thing we discussed is how to concatenate strings while displaying multiple strings into your print function. We used a plus operator as part of concatenation operator with print function to combine more than one strings. Okay, you can combine any number of strings with this plus operation, which produces a single concatenated string for display. Okay, then we discussed about formatting options. Uh, we have seen several examples for comparison without format option and with formatting options. Okay, we used how to round the number of decimal digits to be displayed with print function also using the point f, point specified number of digits followed by f. And also we have seen the difference between scientific notation and floating point notation with some examples. Okay, and then we discussed about how to insert comma separations as part of your integer part in your decimal point numbers. Okay, commas are separated with the 3-digit groupings from right to left. Okay, and finally we discussed about the width specifications, field width specifications, which specifies a minimum field width while displaying your numbers. Okay, which aligns the corresponding numbers to be displayed in a proper manner. Right. So this is about the data output, and with this we conclude that topic of data output, and that is what I wanted to discuss today. Right. Okay. So now I'll stop it here. Uh, thank you all for your patient listening. We'll continue with the remaining topics, the more important topics from Unit 1 in our next class. Okay. Thank you all.